That make it a little better?
Oh yeah, these are good.
Okay. We're the full service police here, Leonard.
Huh?
If we can just start at the top and...
Well, why don't we do this? Why don't you just come on? I wish I could not do it today. Why don't you just come on by and see what you think is mine, what's ain't mine, and we'll pick it apart and go from there, I guess.
Well, we can go over there and you can tell me which one's yours and which one's isn't.
Well, I'd say the ones that are mine are the ones that aren't theirs. Or aren't here, I guess. That's the only way I would know. That's the only way I'd know. Because that's the only way I would know to do it. Maybe just go through the stuff and see what's theirs, what's mine, and then what's mine is mine, what's theirs is theirs. We'll try to separate it apart or get the numbers or whatever.
Well, just like the top item, the steel handheld blower.
Right.
That's yours, correct?
Well, it's both of ours.
But you use it in your lawn business.
I've used it, yes.
Who paid for it?
Canteen Creek paid for it.
Okay. But you use it.
Well, I have used it.
Okay, now down to the second one. That's we'll just go right down the list.
Chainsaws, downstairs, the brush cutters. They're there. The skag, we know about that. John, the trimmers are theirs. That's theirs.
You're mumbling, Leonard. We're not going to be able to understand that. So, what's theirs and what's yours?
Well, I think I can tell you that almost is theirs.
How about on? Let's do this way. On 4998, one John Deere 60-inch deck. It's $2,115 and one mulch kit.
I don't recall that. Oh, I don't recall that.
That'll be on 4/9 of 98.
Well, for numerous years, did you mow the area with the John Deere, or what'd you use to mow with it?
What area?
The creek.
Well, we use those. That might have been used. I'm not sure. That had to be back a ways. Did you say back a ways?
98. You bought it in 98.
We could have used that on that levee, and I use that at the cemetery also. That's one.
The John Deere deck?
Yeah.
Did you ever use it on your commercial jobs too?
Well, not very often because we don't use that.
Didn't ask you how often. Do you ever?
I wouldn't say never, but I'd have to say probably. I can't remember when we use it on a regular job. We use it at the cemetery.
Okay, this Shindawa trimmer that was bought on June 11th of 98. It's a Shindawa trimmer. You use Shindawa trimmers on your commercial jobs as well?
I have used it all.
So there's a good chance that you probably used it on your commercial jobs as well?
That would, like I said, it could possibly be used on it.
Okay. How about the Manda's tiller?
That's the one I say that's not right. I have to figure out what if I do something with that. That one there, I don't know why that.
How about the sweeper?
Sweeper.
Let me find the receipt.
That was a sweeper.
Like a lawn sweeper?
Once again, Randy.
Yeah. I had to pay for that. They don't ever use it on Canteen Creek. I had to pay for that.
Well, I'm sure you paid for a lot of these things on your own, but it was ran under Canteen Creek.
I don't know why.
No tax.
That was a piece of used equipment. I don't think there's a tax on used equipment.
I don't know.
I don't really know. See, that was a piece of used equipment. I got that there.
But when you buy a used car, do you pay tax on it?
I don't know. I guess you do, don't you? Really?
I think you do.
Okay.
If you buy a 6-year-old house, do you pay taxes on it?
Really? Okay. Well, I guess. I mean, I did, but that's mine.
Okay, so the sweeper is yours. The Manus tiller is yours. In fact, the sweeper was $1,000, right?
Okay. I think it was, yeah.
What kind of sweeper is that?
It's Olita. Called the brand name's Olita.
What does it do? Is it for like pavement?
Not
Cleaning pavement?
exactly. It's for yard. It throws stuff up.
Oh, like dethatching?
Yeah, but it's like a golf cart type thing, and it doesn't suck them up. It's a sweeper, pushes them up in the back with the chute, and you can dump it out like.
Oh, for picking up grass clippings and
That's
thatch?
not clippings. They don't use much for clippings.
Okay.
Well, I mean, it's like I use it for once in a while. I mean, for gumballs, for maple trees or whatever. They have the gumballs or whatever.
The little
when
nodules.
But yeah, they make a mess. But it's not a vacuum. But anyway.
Okay. And then you got another Shindawa trimmer on June 28th of '99.
Well, I'm assuming I got them. Yes, I guess I got them. I'm not sure.
And then the backtold mowers, you've never used those on any
Don't use
commercial
them, no.
operations.
No.
Then you got the border edger kit. That was purchased on 4/19 of 2000.
See, I don't know what that is. Where it would fit in. I don't know that one.
Okay. Then you bought a gas edger on 05/18 of 2000. Then there was the John Deere mower on June 2nd of 2000. See the John Deere mower, June 2nd, 2000.
That gas edger, it's something you'd use in your commercial business, isn't it?
Well, I've got a couple of them.
The John Deere was the JX75.
I don't know anything about that.
Then the Shindawa trimmer on July 31st. On that one trimmer we talked about the 75. I think that one was signed by Mr. Davis. Remember,
Possible.
you know, it's a little rear driven one.
Rear.
You know,
Cart.
you know, it's a little. It's more like a home mower.
You're talking about it. You said the trimmer, a cart, wasn't it? The cart.
No, the SS7. I think it's JX75. It's a small John Deere trimmer. Let me find this.
He's talking about that one you said you never owned a walk behind.
Oh, yeah, I don't know about that. I really don't.
No, this isn't a walk behind. The one I'm talking about. That one was signed by Davis. There's the walk behind.
Does Jerry mow the Creek District?
Well, we take turns. If it gets a little higher, we just both go over there or whatever. It's kind of a volunteer thing. Till then we get somebody to take care of.
Where's Jerry Davis live?
A botanical.
In Caseyville?
Yeah.
But he was appointed by Madison County.
Yes. Yes,
But he lives in St. Clair County?
Well, he did live in on Black Lane when he was appointed, and then I don't know what happened. He moved into Caseyville.
How long ago did he move into Caseyville?
I am not sure. 3-4 years ago, maybe. I'm not real sure. Probably that long.
You know, here's the amazing thing. You remember when we were talking about that sweeper?
Yeah.
Leonard?
Yes.
Look at the heading on that.
Why did they have it made scratched out of that? I don't know. I have no idea. I see that.
You know, then it was scratched out and put Canteen Creek Drainage. Randy was the salesman again. In fact, I noticed most of the time you bought stuff from Randy.
I guess I got to know him through the years. Maybe I see. Yeah, he was a salesman there. I think when I worked at the county, he called on us.
What's Randy going to say when I talk to him?
But I'm not sure. So you'll have to see what he says.
Is Randy going to tell me that Leonard asked him to put?
He can say what he wants, but I didn't ask him to put it under that.
But you signed all these bills, right, with Canteen Creek on it?
So, yes, my signature.
So what do you think should happen, Leonard?
Well, to be honest with you, I'd like to figure out how to work out of this. And I know you're not the person to talk with, but if I've done something wrong, I would certainly like to do right. And I'll resign off the board. I have no problem with doing that. And then whatever you decide to do with me, I guess I have to do it and pay restitution or whatever. All I want to do is try to live an honest life.
Oh, sure, I understand.
And if they want all this stuff back, take it. You know, that's fine with me, or whoever takes over, take it. I don't want it. I don't want to be involved in something like that.
The thing that alarms me, Leonard, is that, see, I find it hard to believe. Really, I really do, Leonard. You know, and I've been talking to you here for a while now. I find it hard to believe that you didn't know all this stuff was going on and just go along with it. You know, you knew you were getting a break. You knew you were getting a government discount. You knew you were getting a break on taxes, and I think you just went along with it. I mean, it's not like you're going out robbing banks and stuff. I mean, it's like somebody going through the drive-up and somebody gives you $5 too much in change or a buck back in change more than you should have.
See, you say that, but I really didn't think I was doing anything wrong.
Okay.
And because it's not like I'm fighting to make a living, you know what I mean? I'm supporting my family, and I'm not trying to. Most of my customers I have been with me 15, 20 years, and I'm not trying to be do anything dishonest.
And I'm just saying, you knew it was being done. You may have not you may have thought it wasn't being you didn't think you're. I believe you in that you don't think you were being dishonest, but you knew those discounts were on there, and you knew you weren't paying taxes.
I didn't always know they were on there. I really didn't. I mean, I don't know how it works. I mean, you go up there right now and then argue with them, and they give you a 20% discount. You know, they put it on there. I don't know how it works and all that stuff.
So if you were sitting there haggling over that $15,000 mower, and you guys bigger back and forth, and you finally say, okay, $15,000. I write up all the paperwork and I give it to you, and it says $17,500. You just sign it, and you look at what you're signing, don't you?
That was a peculiar situation on that track, and I'll tell you why. Because that mower was worth a lot of money, and they couldn't sell it. Nobody wanted it or whatever. And
that's what I'm saying.
They had to come down and get it and look it over, and I was kind of glad to get rid of it, no matter what happened to me. And I just I didn't haggle over this.
Take a step back and look at it from my side, okay? You bought a tractor, and you guys haggled over the price. And it's a substantial amount of money, really, $15,000.
Right.
Okay. Now, are you telling me that if they would have added that much to the price, that you wouldn't have noticed it?
Normally, I would say you're right, but on this particular tractor, I would have give them another 500 or so to get rid of it. I was that anxious to get rid of that tractor.
How about the other tractor?
Well, I don't know about this. I'm just talking about that.
Well, I'm just saying there's. It's not like it happened just. If it happened just once, I could maybe say Leonard had a bad day. But it happened. It happened quite a few times.
I just wanted to get rid of it. What the bad day and what it cost me.
And we want to be able to go in there and say, hey, Leonard was honest with us. And right now, I think you're trying to, and you're kind of half honest, and you're sticking your big toe in the water, but you need to really come clean and say, hey, if I did know, and let us know.
I didn't know, really. I mean, I've tried to tell you the truth of everything I've got that I'm doing here. I didn't really know. That's what I was saying.
Leonard, a lot of times, people are normally honest.
Right.
And quite frankly, I think you're normally a very honest person. And in fact, I think you thought you were being honest in doing this. I really believe you didn't think there was anything wrong in getting the government discount, and I really think you didn't think there was anything wrong in not paying sales tax on this stuff.
Right.
And that's why you went ahead and did it, even though you knew you were paying for it with your own funds.
I would have to say you probably could be right, but I just didn't think that I was doing anything wrong because of the fact that money means something to me, but it doesn't mean that 100 or 200 would bother me. I mean, if they like that tractor, I mean, it just that I'm not broke. I work every day, and I know my tractors and my expenses and stuff. And it's just that I work hard, and I try to save my money the best I can so I can retire. And that's just how I feel. I mean, I'm not. If they told me I just bought that. I told you, bought a trimmer the other day for $300 and some for my own in my name.
And where'd you buy that one at?
Bought it from Herb up there, and paid it. And I just went ahead and bought it because I knew I was going to use that trimmer for my own. I knew that was going to be 100% for my own. So.
But see, here's what concerns me, Leonard. You just bought this one the other day.
Well,
what day was it?
Oh, I don't know. This week.
Oh, it was this week?
And I can tell you why I bought it too. Because I have a couple of young kids helping me at the cemetery. And the trimmer that I have is always kind of giving me problems. I knew I was going to use it at the cemetery. And every time I'd get them up there or send them up there, they'd quit. So I said, I'm going to get me a new trimmer and we'll try this and see what happens. And that's how come I bought it and why I bought it.
Leonard, also, I know you said that you knew that somebody was shopping this material around to the papers or to somebody else trying to get.
You're saying this was politics.
You said you knew somebody was complaining against you, basically.
Well, I had a newspaper come to me. That's why I would say it was.
And how long ago was that?
Oh, when was the election?
Okay.
About a month before that, maybe.
Okay, and again, so if you think about, again, look at it from our side of view. For all these years, Leonard, you were buying all your stuff under Canteen. Okay, now you have somebody from the paper asking you about it. Now all of a sudden you're buying it under Leonard Black.
Well, that wasn't why. Because when the reporter left me, he told me there wasn't any story or whatever, I just accepted him for what I thought. I didn't think that would be. I thought I'd get kicked off the board or something because. Anyway, that's what I told.
What I was going to say though, Leonard, when you just bought this trimmer, and when they wrote it up,
I called it in and somebody else picked it up.
Picked it up. They bring you the receipt.
Yes.
And what did you notice on the receipt?
I didn't know. I noticed it was. I didn't really notice anything.
Who was the receipt made out to?
Me.
It wasn't made out to Canteen Creek, was it?
No, it wasn't made out to me because of the trimmers I used up were some of the older ones, and they were just getting all worn and that.
Right.
Oh, I don't know.
Not a problem.
Glasses that I could see good with, isn't it?
But what I'm trying to point out to you is though, you looked at the receipt and you noticed that it was made out to Leonard Black and not to Canteen Creek.
Really,
and I think you do that on all the receipts because I think you're pretty shrewd.
No.
I think you pay attention to detail Because you know why I know you pay attention to detail? Because when I was watching you mow today, I noticed that you guys, you missed a spot where you were trimming, and you stopped and you got back out and you got your trimmers out. You pay attention to detail, don't you?
I try to do a good job. That's why I'm in business.
You're a detail.
No, I'm not. If you look at my place and my shop and everything, you will. I told you what an abortion was. Look at my.
Well, that's home.
Yeah.
But when it comes to business,
well, when
you
it comes
pay
to my
attention to
customers,
detail.
Because of my customers, I try to detail it out real good.
And you're the one that brought to our attention that you just bought that trimmer in your name.
Yeah,
you knew that. Bingo.
This, right? No,
but all these ones through all these other years, all these multiple purchases, you just never looked or paid attention.
A lot of more trimmers that we were using beside these, even these. You know, I mean, the ones that they would maybe use at the cemetery were just ones that are worn.
So you just started paying attention to who the sold to was this month, or is that what you're trying to tell us?
The what now?
All the other years, you never looked at paying attention to see who it was being sold to. You or Canteen Creek. You just started paying attention this month.
No, because I knew where this trimmer was going to go. Exactly.
Leonard, where are the books on Canteen Creek?
You'd have to get them from the bookkeeper, J.W. Boyle.
Okay.
Yeah,
but the ledgers and the checks, where are they at right now?
They're in my house.
And those ledgers go back how far?
I don't know. I guess go back to history or to the thing.
Okay.
And then
do you have any bills coming up in the near future to pay?
No.
All right. What we're going to do, we're going to go with you, and we're going to need those.
Okay. All I have is a checkbook.
Right. And we'll need the checkbook and the listings of what was paid out. We'll need all that
I'll
stuff.
tell you where you got to get that from. You got to get that from Boyle. We don't.
You don't keep when you write a check who you made the check out to?
None. No. Because we don't write such few checks. If you go to J.W. Boyle right now, they will give you everything detailed. How it
Would
is.
you go and
Where's
get?
that at?
It's on. And now it's called Frank Scott Parkway. J.W. Boyle and Company.
Okay.
It's their certified accountant. But what we did was, and why we did, because we knew we had such shabby records and didn't do anything right, that we would have somebody professionally watch over it. So that
When was the last time they did an audit or looked at it?
oh, they're up to date. We have to check with them. Whatever it is, you check with them, and then.
But Leonard, you're the secretary treasurer.
Well, all I know, all of our farms and that, and all their records, they take care of it.
When a check is written, who signs the check?
Myself and Jerry Davis.
You both sign the checks?
Yes.
Okay. And Jerry Davis lives in Caseyville as well?
Botanical, yes.
Does Jerry work anywhere else?
I don't think so. I think he's disabled or
Okay.
disability. Or
How old an individual is Jerry?
I'm going to guess 55 to 60.
Okay.
As a military veteran or whatever. He's trying to get disability or whatever.
Okay. And do you think that little John Deere, the XX75, is at his place, or is it at the Ball Diamond?
No, I think it's probably his place.
It's at his home.
I would think so.
Does he have a truck?
Yeah, I think he does have a pickup truck.
When you say he's disabled, what's his disability?
I don't know what you call. I think he's got a lot of problems. I don't know how y'all would say, not mental problem, but I mean,
Right.
health